My name is Jacqueline White.
Okay.
My son's name was Joseph Robert White. From what I understand, my husband and I were at church. We came in, the phone was ringing, and I saw his number, and I picked it up, and I said, "Why are you calling so early?" Like that, and it wasn't him. It was a friend of his that explained to me what had happened. From what I understand, he was taking out the garbage from his apartment, and some men came, young men I think, came up to him, and they had some words, whatever it was, and they shot him there in his own backyard.
So where is the investigation at now? What have you heard from the investigators or the police department about this case?
I haven't heard anything from concerning this investigation for years. It just seems like it stopped, everything stopped. It's just a cold case that went totally icy. They had some information some few years back, but it panned out not to be anything. And so I don't think that anybody's looked any further.
Okay, what has it been like being without him?
My husband and I, together, we have 9 children. We have 3 children that have gone on. 2 of the children died from cancer. They were young, in their 30s, and they died from cancer. But to be without him because it was a decision of another person. Somebody took it into their hands to take his life. It's a pain that I wouldn't wish on anyone. When this first happened, my husband hadn't been long coming out of the hospital. He had had a heart surgery, and he was just getting on his feet. And I tried my best to hold myself together because we have other children, my grandchildren and everything. And every day, as people would, make sympathy calls and everything and come to visit, I would get in the car and drive to Kroger's. And I would walk the aisles with an empty shopping cart and cry. Every morning I would wait for him to come through the door, as he did. It was a habit. He just came, every morning. We knew to put on some extra coffee because he was coming. And not to be able to call him and hear his voice or see him. It's a pain I can't even describe. And I am proud of him. This is my baby. It doesn't affect one person. Joy being killed didn't affect just him. It affected me, my husband, all of his brothers and sisters, my mother, my sisters and brothers, my sister-in-law, cousins, aunts, uncles, everyone. It affected our entire family, extended family. And it doesn't just affect the person that does it. It affects their family the same way. So, yes, I pray that God touch their hearts and their minds so that they will come forth and say what's what.
The first year my son was murdered, I kind of walked around, not in a daze, but trying to find my footage on what I wanted to say or wanted to do. And the thing was, I took that first year to go everywhere my son went and talk to people and find out for myself what happened. I was able to get the news stories and be able to share them. So every year around the anniversary time, I put those news stories out on social media to keep the community aware that I am still searching for justice. And if you knew my son, you knew that he wasn't a violent person. And that's why I worked so hard, because he was a good man. He has 5 adult children that never had the opportunity to really know him as adults. So we need you to come forward, because these criminals are still walking our streets thinking they've gotten away. But we have to let them know you have not even got back with what you've done. And we are still out here searching for justice, and we are going to make sure that you are accountable for what you've done in our community.
You have to do the things that you have to do. And I said, I'm praying that God strengthens you to go through this process, because it's a process. I don't care how sad you are, how hurt you are, how much you cry. There's a process that you have to go through after this. There are arrangements to be made. There are things to be done. There are papers to be signed. There's money to be handled. There's all types of things. And you have to be there to go through the process to make sure things are done. I said, so I'll be with you. I'll do whatever it is that I can. And I've tried to reach out to several people since this has happened. I was always that person if somebody passed away. Oh, let me bake a cake, or let me make some food, or let me help them. But when it hits home, when it hits you, that's a totally different thing. You can't just bake a cake and say, oh, I'm so sorry, what can I do for you? And go on out the door. It's you. You can't go out on yourself. You have to consider everything. You have to consider what's going on in real time. And then you have to look at your family. If you're married, you have to look at your husband, your other children, your grandchildren, your sisters and brothers, and blah, blah, blah. And you have to look at everybody, because they're looking to you. That's your child. It's a life. Nobody has the right to take another life at all. You can't make life on your own, so you have no right to take life on your own. I'd ask anybody who knew anything, and not only in his case, but in all these cases, to come forward. It's been almost 20 years. We still hurt. We don't have any closure to what happened to anything. We want to know why. And if you know anything, help these families. Help these families to at least get to that point concerning their loved ones. Because everybody that was killed, they have someone that loved them. They have someone that cared about them. They belong to someone. I'd ask people just to come forth. If you know anything, tell it. Because if you don't tell it, God already knows.